Welcome tonight. Tonight's wisdom subject is children, question mark. And what do we know about what children and how their minds work and what they're here for? So we know in the past 3 decades or 4 decades even, the education system is really not bringing the best out in these children. And as a parent, we must really know what is it to have a child. And I must know a lot more than what is presented to me. So there's a third of a population which is of children, and they're going to be tomorrow's future. So what are we doing about them? What kind of environment are we giving them? So there is a lovely quote by Khalil, which he says that they come through us, but they are not from us. So that means they have their own dreams, they have their own skills, they have their own vasanas. Vasanas is their mind patterns of the past. They have their own karmas to play. So we are not here to mold them. We are here, the first 7 years are so important. And I remember two of the gurus saying that the children have forgotten to play. And that is sad because there's so many toys out there that immediately to keep them shut, like in the Victorian times, they said that kids are seen but not heard. And that's exactly what we're doing to the children these days, is that to keep them quiet so that they don't disturb you, just hand over that mobile phone or whatever and let them get going. Is completely wrong thing to do, because they're isolating themselves, and there's no interaction between people, family, environment. So we must understand that this is not the way ahead, because there is no learning in this. There is just mental clutter and the noise, and they're just going with that same old pattern. They're not going to discover the born skills that they have come with. So what am I talking about? Like Adi Shankaracharya at the age of 5 was so rooted in the highest wisdom. Some of them are like the artist, Mozart, and painters like Van Gogh. So all these skills that we have come with, and we are unveiling, and we must get better and better with that. So we have to see between the age of 1 and 7 how the child is and what the child really wants to do. Just let that child play, and in that playing, that child will unveil that this is the tendency to move this way. And that's what we have to see. They cannot be good at all the subjects. So we are offered all the subjects in school, and many a times I never really wanted to sit in all these subjects. How much time we are wasting. So from birth to death, if we sort of see that 15 years of my life is just wasted doing something that I didn't want to do, what a waste part of my life that is. So really now we have to change this whole system and see that if a child is really good at art, that child should be going into that art field, until it just becomes that passion to grow and really grow, so that skill gets better. But if it's doing all the subjects, it is not concentrating in what it's come for, then all that time is wasted, and we really don't want to waste this time. So the holistic way is the way ahead now. And the parents has to now see that this is what they're good at. They're not going to follow in your footsteps. Many times you see all the business established families, they say, oh, they are going to do what we tell them to do because they've got this business to look after. What nonsense. Because that child is now not going to go the way it has come to go. And then what? It gets suppressed. And when you get suppressed like that, the depression sets in, and you are not flowing as per how the soul wants to go. And that is hoarding. What we are doing it because we want to make more money, and we want to hoard more, buy bigger house, bigger car. Then what? It's not life. That's not life. So we are here to learn and acquire the skills that we have come to acquire, and that's what we are here for. So all this mindset has to happen now. And it's a garden where there are different flowers, and all those flowers have to express in themselves. It cannot be just a garden full of same roses. We want to see, each character come out in its best way as possible. So not to suppress, and instead to blossom, to nourish, and play it as well as they can. And that's where happiness is as well, because they're enjoying what they want to do, rather than they have to do because there's more money here. That's not the way we want to go. So that just creates war within us, anger, and all the qualities that we don't really want to bring out. So there is what they say is playing is a form of research. So instead of going to all these centers, and make them play for an hour or two, instead take them out into nature and let them explore. They must know what spring is. They must know what winter, summer, and autumn is. And that's how they see the world around them, that how it's evolving. And therefore the mankind needs to now evolve as well, and not go in that old mindset that we've been going for thousands of years. It now has to come out from there, and we must come to our own being, just to be. So those children, a third of our population, tomorrow's population, must now grow in a healthier way, the way that they want to move in this world, not in a competitive way where there is war. Uh, Competitiveness sometimes is healthy, but not always. So let them grow the way they want to grow, and for a better future. So something to think about. Thank you.